We are now officially in the Super Bowl. As we left off last episode, making it through the playoffs, just taking a quick little look at this, getting the first seed, beating the San Francisco 49ers, then ultimately beating the Detroit Lions, which is placing us in the Super Bowl. We are facing off against the Baltimore Ravens, who had to go through the wild card. They were the third place team. They went up, beat the Raiders, and then they ultimately beat the Buffalo Bills. Then they had to face off against the Jets, and where they ultimately won that game. So we are going to be facing off in the biggest game of our general manager's career. How's it going, everybody? Brendan here on the channel, and this should be a fun video. Sorry for a little bit of a later upload than I expected it to be. Got a little bit too sick, didn't really have too much of a voice. You might still be able to hear it throughout this video. If I start coughing, I'll try to cut it out as best as I possibly can. If I sound a little nasally, that is indeed the reason why. But as we continue to look at this one, might as well take a look at our opponents coming into this game, because we are going to actually watch the entirety of this game. Obviously, we know Lamar Jackson is still the team's starting quarterback. He's actually 30 years old in this one. He's a 99 overall. He is just easily one of the best quarterbacks, and in real life, unfortunately, not able to get it done in the postseason. So in the video game world, he is able to get it done there. Taking a look at their running back, Ernest Farley. This is a guy that I remember a few seasons ago we were actually taking a look at. He was an offensive rookie of the year back in his day, so our defensive line is definitely going to have to try and deal with him. Taking a look at some of their wide receivers here, Zay Flowers is their top guy at 26 years old, 93 overall, so he's just done nothing but grow. Rashawn Bateman, another former first-round pick for the Baltimore Ravens, sitting there at an 84 at 27 years old, not too bad. And then Luke Smart at an 82, 25 years old, so a pretty good trio of wide receivers, and then a couple of younger low-end guys. Mark Andrews, again, is going to be kind of one of those main guys. Bobby Carson's potential backup of the future, or potential starter of the future, with Mark Andrews there. And then taking a look at their offensive line, a rookie left tackle, or pardon me, not a rookie left tackle, but a young left tackle, Evan McQueen. Pretty good-looking young left guard at 24 years old, Peter Winslow, their center. I remember we were ultimately trying to get Tyler Lindenbaum. It was either 2 seasons ago or it was this offseason. I can't fully remember, but we did know that Baltimore did move away from him. Right guard, Gerald Pollard, not necessarily that great, and then Stephen Forbes, also not necessarily that great, but he is a rookie. So for our right side of our defensive line, that's going to be the area where we're going to have to try to exploit. Then taking a look here at Justin Matabuke, their left end, definitely their best defensive line player. I did take a look here at their team a little bit before I started recording the video, but yeah, Jarrett just not necessarily that worried about. And then taking a look up at their middle, their defensive line doesn't look terribly great, so Brian Robinson hopefully can have himself a good day. But unfortunately, taking a look at their linebacker situation, Santiago on their left side, but right down the middle, they have Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen, just two unbelievably great middle linebackers. And then on the right side, David Ojaba. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name, but I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, he's more of an edge rusher than an actual outside linebacker. It does have that 78 edge rush. But then taking a look at their secondary, obviously Marlon Humphrey, one of the best in the game. They look to also have a pretty decent young guy, James Biddle. Yeah, Biddle, sure, why not? 24 years old, 81 overall, but after that it drops off significantly, so that's going to be something to look at. But Marcus Williams from the free safety spot, BJ Davis also looks like he could be a guy for them. But then Kyle Hamilton, who is just an absolute superstar, and he does have that superstar difference maker, Justin Tucker, and then Pinon is also the punt punter, pardon me, as I burp my way through that one, but just taking a little bit of a look here at our Washington Commanders. Obviously, we also have a 99 overall, technically a 93, but his morale is just so high it doesn't even really matter. But he is playing lights out for us this year. He's going to be the guy that we're going off of, Brian Robinson. So we're actually pretty similar in the running back department for overall. Taking a look here at our wide receiver department, we definitely have the upper hand, Terry McLaurin and Luke Hunt, and then Jahan Dotson at 85. Their secondary is definitely going to work today. Again, Okonkwo, he's also been really good, and Nate Silverman earlier in the season was fairly good. Trent Cox was, he's just kind of our third, not bad little route to have. Stanley, former Baltimore Ravens, Wyatt Teller, Connor Williams, Sam Cosme, and then Mike Nzerma. Leslie Moody, who has just been such a draft steal for us over these years. Tyree Wilson was a guy that we traded for. And then looking down the middle, I would say our defensive line is without a doubt better than Baltimore's is, but their linebacking situation is just vastly superior than ours. Our best is Isaiah Simmons, and then we also have Jeffrey Whittington down the middle. This is a guy that I traded for this year. I can't remember where I got him from, to be exact, but him and Jordan Brooks are going to be fairly good. But Alex Phelps, he's also kind of been in that rotation as well, and when we eventually do move on from Jordan Brooks, Phelps is going to be there along with Whittington. And then we also drafted AJ Howe, who is a future starter, but he also has that hidden dev trait, so it's going to be interesting there. Right outside linebacker Jermaine Davis. The only reason I think their edges just a little bit in the linebacking department, taking a look at the corners, we definitely have the edge here. Hopefully our guys are going to be able to, just get after their corners and really force Lamar to beat us with his legs, which is still a scary thought. But our safety is Malik Hooker, and then we also have Curl, and then take a look at our kickers, Cameron Dicker, who actually had a little bit better of a year after we brought in Dugan. And then we also have Ryan Stonehouse. So this is going to be quite a Super Bowl, so let's get into the matchup. So here we officially are in the Super Bowl. We get the ball first. Definitely would like to have it, but Blackburn, he has it. He's moving up through the middle, but he's only going to make it to the, I think, around the 21-yard line, so not able to get too much more. But Lance Klein coming out, taking a look at some of the stats here. 4,371 yards, 34 passing touchdowns to just 6 interceptions. Our starting quarterback trying to get us here, lines up underneath center, hands it off to Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson able to get a couple of yards there, trying to make his way, eventually got by his first man, but that defensive line Next play coming up here, Lance Klein in the shotgun, Brian Robinson to the right side. I thought he was going to eventually fake the handoff, but Brian Robinson getting a handful of yards there. This is a 3rd and 2. Patrick Queen on the tackle. Now Klein, he's going to be lining back under shotgun. 2 guys in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson eventually has to make a cut and gets across the line for the first down. Also gets a couple of extra, so a 7-yard run on that particular play. Right now, this Washington Commanders team is fully prepared to run down Baltimore's throat, saying, "We are not worried about you." Klein back under shotgun, motions the man right. Hands it off to Robinson yet again. Robinson trying to find a hole but can't get anywhere. Just absolutely taken down by Biddle and Ojbo. But Klein, now this time in the shotgun, alone in the backfield. First pass of today's game. He's going to launch that one. He gets it all the way over to Terry McLaurin for a big 27-yard game. Terry McLaurin with an excellent first catch. That is going to be big. Taking a look at the replay, just an absolute dot from Lance Klein, who has just been so good all year long at just his most consistent season so far. This is his 4th year in the NFL. Lines up in the shotgun again, looking to go across the middle this time. Quanco eventually able to make the catch there. Quick 5-yard. This time Klein, he's underneath center. 3 minutes so far gone in this opening frame of the game. He launches back, tries to find it. Piercy was looking for a Quanco, but just not on the same page there with his superstar tight end. 3rd and 5. Big play here for the Commanders. Klein in the shotgun, moves around the pocket, but he's going to get sacked by Spielman. The extra pressure coming in, and this brings up a 4th and 14 and an interesting call. Did they knock the Commanders out of field goal range? It's going to be brought back to what I believe is going to be around the 42, 43-yard line. Going to be very interesting to see what is going to be. They are going to go for the long kick. Cameron Dicker has had his struggles throughout the last 2 seasons. He goes back, kicks it, and it is going to be a better angle here as we see this one didn't officially see, and looks like it is officially good. So 3 points on the board. Commanders start their opening drive off well, but they're going to kick this one back in, and it's going to be picked up, moving right down the middle, and absolutely swallowed up at the 19-yard line. Now Lamar Jackson, one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the entirety of the NFL. 3,605 yards, 28 passing touchdowns to just 4 interceptions. Known better for his legs. Also very good. Lines up in the shotgun. Hands or fakes the handoff. He's actually going to go for a run, and he's able to get 1 yard, but Evan McQueen, that elite left guard for the Ravens, he's going to be making his way to the locker room. That is just not what you want to see on the first play of your offensive game, losing one of your best, I think actually your best lineman. But Lamar Jackson, he goes up and he finds none other than Mark Andrews for a 17-yard gain. So a nice little fake there from Lamar, finds his number 1 weapon. Lamar in the backfield. One man to his right. Fakes the handoff, looking, throws it, and to a wide open man. My goodness, this Baltimore Ravens team just makes an absolute dot of a throw and a great play. Don't know who it was who ended up making the catch, fortunately, but Lamar Jackson with just a beautiful throw. Smart, I believe that was. I want to say it's Luke Smart if I'm just trying to remember who eventually got that ball. But Lamar Jackson back in the shotgun, fakes the handoff yet again. He's moving. He's eventually going to run away. This is one of those things that this defense is going to have to deal with so much throughout this game. Mayo able to get that, but Baltimore Ravens, first team to actually make it into the red zone. Jackson in the shotgun. He's trying to find it. Gets Mark Andrews for the first down. Quick short pass. 3 for 3, 63 yards on this drive. Baltimore is moving it beautifully so far. Lamar Jackson, first time under center, motions. And we do have the Washington Commanders going offside here. And that's going to be a penalty drawn by Leslie Moody. Maybe just getting a little too overexcited in this one. Just giving the Baltimore Ravens a little bit of extra, or a little bit less room. Try to get there. Lamar Jackson making a couple signals. He's eventually going to hand this one off, and it's a good stop, but Jordan Brooks, he is going to be down with an injury after getting that tackle, and Jordan Brooks, he's also making his way into the locker room. Luckily for us, we have a couple of depth linebackers in there, but still not good to see. Lamar Jackson, 2 men in the backfield with him. Fakes, or thought he was going to fake the handoff, but able to get this stop. And Farley, 2 rushes, 2 yards. So the boys need to make this one more stop to potentially force a field goal. Lamar Jackson gets the pass, trying to move around the pocket. He's going to be so dangerous to try to stop, and they don't get it. Washington holds strong, and none other than Isaiah Simmons, who has been so good for us all year long, was able to get there and stop Lamar from both getting into the end zone and getting that first down. They're going to send out Justin Tucker to tie this game. Tucker back there, goes up, kicks it, and it's good. So after an excellent drive by this Baltimore Ravens team, this Washington Commanders defense bends but does not break. So with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, Baltimore Ravens back on defense. Let's see what this Commanders offense can do. Moving this one through, trying to get this one to the 26, 27. Pardon me, we're actually going to be on the 28-yard line. So Lance Klein gets his second opportunity. That first drive for him, not too bad, but he's going to line up in shotgun. Brian Robinson to his right, looking to throw, tries to find it wide open to Okwako, and he's going to be past the 50-yard line into Baltimore Ravens territory. So he looks over at Lamar and says, I saw what you do, I can do it better. Pardon me, that was Luke Hunt to get that one for the 23-yard gain. I forgot that Luke Hunt was just such a big threat, but he was our number 1 receiver this year. Lance Klein threw out the pocket, and that one dropped by Jahan Dotson. That one just broken up. I believe that's Marcus Williams who was able to get in there and break that one up. Lance Klein back in the shotgun. 49-yard line. Has it. He's looking to throw. Quick throw right there into dangerous traffic. Baltimore Ravens, after giving up that big play, are holding strong right now. Klein lone in the backfield. He has it. Looking for the pass. He fires it, and it's intercepted. Marlon Humphrey gets the first turnover in today's game with 4 passes in a row. The first mistake from Lance Klein. As we can get a better angle, Marlon Humphrey just sits on it. I believe he was looking for Jahan Dotson. He was Klein, and just not able to sneak that one through. So Lamar Jackson and this dangerous Baltimore Ravens offense comes back out onto the field. Lamar Jackson in shotgun. Farley standing behind him. 3 men to his right. Give it to Farley. He runs that one up the middle for a 3-yard gain. So far from this Washington Commanders defense, they have held Farley off pretty decently. Rushing yards, Commanders currently hold the advantage with 1 extra yard. Lamar Jackson in the back, and he throws it. He's able to find his man. Lamar Jackson so far in this game, 4 for 4. Rashawn Bateman with his first catch in today's game, but Griffin, he's trying to get the team loaded back up. Baltimore back into Washington territory. Farley with the fake handoff. Lamar Jackson throws it deep, and he finds it right down the middle to Zay Flowers with the catch. Lamar Jackson 5 for 5, 99 yards in this first quarter. Emerson Jr., man in coverage. Farley to Lamar Jackson's right in the shotgun. Lamar Jackson switching some plays up. 43 seconds still left on the clock. Lamar Jackson stays in the pocket. He's able to get that one, and a good catch throughout right over the middle. This Baltimore Ravens defense, or pardon me, offense was here before. Can they finally sneak this one into the end zone? And Farley, he's going to make a couple of moves, ultimately getting into the end zone for the score. Ernest Farley, a one-time player that we thought we were potentially going to get in the draft. And a former offensive rookie gets the first touchdown in today's game. Marlon Humphrey ultimately getting the interception that caused that turnover. And we should be at a 10-3 game with the extra point. And it's up, and it's into the uprights. So 5 plays, 54 yards, 2 minutes it took. Kickoff coming right now. Full control right into the hands of the Baltimore Ravens, just appearing to be able to move the ball at will. Washington right back, trying to find a little bit of space. Right up to the 28-yard line. Lance Klein. 2 receivers to his right. He goes back, looking for a pass, had some time. Finds Terry McLaurin for the first down, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter of today's game. 10-3 for the Baltimore Ravens. They're dominating throughout the air. Now, second quarter starts. Baltimore 10-3. 1st and 10. Lance Klein under center. He's going to hand that one off to Brian Robinson. Robinson doesn't get much, only the 2. Those linebackers potentially causing a little bit of problem. Klein now back in the shotgun. 4 receivers out. 2 to each side. Was looking to try to get that fake. And that one thrown and just off the mark. Lance Klein, who has just been the model of consistency throughout the regular season at completion percentage, now finds himself 3rd and 8. Brian Robinson to his left. He goes back, throws it, and that one almost intercepted yet again. Trying to find Scary Terry McLaurin, and just not able to get that one. And so punting situation here for the Commanders. So a quick 3 and out. Commanders team not quite able to get it done. This one bounces, and it is going to go into the back of the end zone. So Baltimore going to be lining up with some pretty decent yardage here. Lamar Jackson with Farley behind him. Farley, the lone touchdown getter. He has the handoff. He gets a couple of yards. 4 yards on the play. And this Ravens team throughout the air has been money so far. This Baltimore Ravens offense been money. Zay Flowers, he ends up getting it. He's going to try to cut through the middle and makes a couple of moves. 3rd and 2 after getting the toss. So technically going to be a reception there. 3rd and 2. Can Washington get Baltimore off the field? Lamar alone in the backfield. Tries to fake that one. Has it. No pressure there and finds Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews avoids a hit. And just another quick conversion. That has just been a money duo for a lot of years. Davis there on the tackle. Lamar Jackson. Farley to his right. 35-yard line. He gets it. Fakes it to Farley. Lamar Jackson goes for the rush. Gets swallowed up pretty quickly. 2nd and 6. Moody with the tackle. What has been such an amazing pass rush throughout this year so far has not applied too much pressure, and just no one home. Lamar Jackson's first incompletion. I think there might have been a little bit of miscommunication there from the receiver and the quarterback. 3 receivers out left. Lamar Jackson, he's going to switch the offense up a little bit more of a bunched formation. Throws Farley over to the right, and that one being tossed. And this one's going to be Zay Flowers. He's going to go down to the 20, the 10, and that is going to be a score. This Baltimore Ravens team, after making a couple of quick adjustments, Lamar Jackson finds a wide open Zay Flowers, He just used his speed, getting all the way down. And this is now a 16-3 game, really putting this pressure up on the Washington Commanders. Our Washington Commanders. Scoring play, 6 plays in quick fashion. Washington going to need a response on this drive. They get the ball, moving this one forward. Can they get to the 25-yard line? They do. And they get that one all the way to the 26. So Lance Klein going to need a big drive here just to try to keep his team in this one and try to gain a little bit of momentum back on their side. Right now it has been solely Baltimore. Take a look there, 208 yards to the 78 for Baltimore over the Commanders. Fakes that one to Robinson. He's looking deep. He throws that one and eventually just goes to no man's land. Didn't feel like he had an open receiver or an open target, so ultimately throws that one away. But he had a completely empty pocket. Looks like Baltimore's bringing the house, and Brian Robinson, he's able to make a couple men miss, and it gets a few more after. 3rd and 2. Big play. Need to convert this to keep this drive going. Don't want to give Baltimore the ball back this early in this one. Hikes it. Gives it off to Robinson, but they are not going to get it. It looked like he had a little bit of space, but ultimately might have run into his own lineman that caused him getting a better look here. He just runs right into the backside of his left guard. And unfortunately for the Commanders, they're going to have to punt this ball away after another 3 and out. After what was an excellent first drive of the game, looking like they could potentially score off of a couple of big plays. But now, Commanders going to have to rely a little bit on their defense here to try to get this one done. Lamar Jackson in the backfield. Farley. He's going to get the ball. He almost finds a little bit of a hole, but swallowed up nicely. The one big thing you can say about this Washington Commanders team so far in this game, they have not allowed too many big rushing plays so far. Lamar Jackson switching some things up. He's ultimately going to keep it, and just as I say, they were able to find some space. Lamar Jackson, he's going to be racing down, one man to beat, and he is not going to do it, but for a massive rush. A little bit of the commentator's curse talking about the good run defense the Commanders have shown. Lamar Jackson does what he does best, finds some space, just could not quite get there. Maybe taking a little bit of a better angle, he could have potentially gotten there, but thank goodness for our safety. Settle that one. Lamar Jackson, his superstar X-Factor ability is activated. Gives the handoff to Farley, does not get through. Just like that, Baltimore is on the fringe of getting back into the red zone against this Commanders team, showing no signs of slowing down. Lamar Jackson goes deep looking for the throw, and he finds Mark Andrews for the touchdown. Baltimore, 3 previous drives, 3 touchdowns, taking a massive lead to this one. Just an absolute beautiful throw right down the middle. Linebacker coming so close. Potentially heading into the locker room. 24-3. Still 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in this quarter. For the Washington Commanders, this is crunch time for sure. Right down the middle. Can they find a little bit of space? But the Commanders can't get anything going. Only at the 22-yard line. Lance Klein. Pretty much the downfall of what this game started with was when he threw that early interception. Only the 84 total offensive yards in this game. He's going to need a big drive here. He looks deep, steps up through the pocket, finds an open receiver, and ends up getting Okonkwo. That was a much needed play. Pardon me, that was Luke Hunt getting that one. Him and Okonkwo, very similar body styles, and he just throws an absolute dime there. Luke Hunt gets his second reception of the game, and a big one too. Luke Hunt under center. Brian Robinson in the backfield. 1st and 10 on Baltimore side of the field. That was thrown right down the middle, and Terry McLaurin with the catch. He's been targeting McLaurin a handful of times throughout this game. And Washington potentially trying to come with a little bit of a surge and a comeback here. Gonna need a lot of extra work. But Klein, he's gonna get taken down. Obajo, no one blocking him. So after this Commanders team really started to heat up, that sack brings them to a 2nd and 17. Gonna need a couple of big plays to try to get back. I would definitely say you're in 4 play territory, and Klein with just all sorts of pressure coming on from Roquan Smith nonetheless. This team, without a doubt, in field goal range. Klein just throws that one away. He has Robinson to his right. Signals. He's back, looking to throw, trying to get that one. Good pickup there, but can't get on target with his wide receiver. Marlon Humphrey has just been an absolute force in this game. Had the interception, but Commanders, they were walking away with points, not as many as they would like. This kick, it's up, and it is good. Cameron Dicker, the lone man to get points here today for the Washington Commanders, and now the Commanders are going to have to hope that their defense can come through in this one and be stout. This one going up the middle. Can they stop it? Deep kick. That one taken out. We actually don't really get to see a lot of those in the world of the NFL when the kicks go into the back of the end zone. Most of the time you just see players take a knee. Lamar Jackson from his own 20-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised if they rush the ball just to bring this one to halftime, but they might try to score here. Lamar Jackson with the fake. He's looking for a pass. Ends up getting it to Mark Andrews for the 5-yard gain. Remember, we got the ball first in this game, so it's going to be actually pretty precedent for the Ravens to try to score here on this drive. That is the 2-minute warning. As you can see right there, 24-6 for the Baltimore Ravens over our Washington Commanders. Lamar Jackson in the I formation. He's going to find that one. Quick throw. That's actually going to be 3rd and 1. Carson with the catch there. So the Ravens getting a little bit of a bad spot. Lamar Jackson back there again. He's going to look for that one. And that one's intercepted. Can this go back all the way? A little bit of space, but can he get around Emerson Jr.? Or pardon me, that's Malik Hooker to get that interception. Absolutely big. If the Commanders can get a touchdown on this one, it's going to be so much different. But Malik Hooker getting the ball right past Zay Flowers. Actually, Zay Flowers potentially got a little bit bumped on that play, but we're not going to worry about it. But last time we saw a turnover in the game, it resulted in 7 points. First time that the Commanders have been in the red zone of the Ravens here in today's game. But Klein, he looks back to throw. He's going to get that. Ends getting it to Luke Hunt. Top receiver for this game. A little bit slow to get up is Hunt. But now under center, Brian Robinson in the backfield. He's going to throw this one, and just a little bit off target. That was going to be a clear touchdown to Jahan Dotson. Luke Klein just threw it just a little bit too early. 3rd and 2. Klein back there and gets it to Luke Hunt for the touchdown. Absolutely huge and needed for this Commanders team if they were going to get back in this one. Big time play. Lance Klein makes up for his earlier interception. Luke Hunt, after he appeared to be a little bit shaken up on the play a couple plays ago. Commanders elect to go for one to try to make this an 11-point game. It is up, and it is good. So immediately right to the kickoff. This one goes back. We feel like this one's actually going to be taking a knee. First time we've seen a knee so far here in this game, but Lamar Jackson, after throwing that interception, likely just going to potentially try to take this one to halftime. But he still has his superstar X Factor ability loaded here at the moment, but he's going to look to pass. This one's actually going to be a screenplay, and Farley tries to break three, breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to get some more yards on that play. Absolutely huge. Baltimore takes a timeout after getting big there. 319 yards so far in this one. Another screenplay to Farley. Going to be another tackle, but Farley almost breaking that one yet again. The same play back to back. Baltimore this time. Lamar Jackson goes back and finds Farley. Ernest Farley injured on the play. Does not appear to be major. He's going to be looked at the sidelines. Hopefully everything is going to be A-okay with him for the moment, and Baltimore really hopes that he's going to be back because he's absolutely been killing this team on this drive. But this one up in the air after being knocked out of the hands of Mark Andrews after what started as a super hot drive. First play kind of slowed down a little bit. Lamar Jackson takes the snap, looks for it, finds his running back. Can they make a move? No, they can't. 253 yards on the game, but this one still out in the open. Couple seconds remaining. They allow this one to go down to the 4-second mark. Looks like Baltimore going to be bringing out Justin Tucker. Or at least I think they would be bringing out Justin Tucker, and they do. Try to get this one back up to at least, I believe that'd be a 14-point game. It is up, and it is good because it is Justin Tucker, and that should bring us to halftime. Actually, one more second remaining, so potentially for this Commanders team, it'd be big if they could ultimately try and bring this one back in and bring it back within one score. Trying to sneak this one through, and that's officially going to bring us to halftime. Hamilton with the tackle. So, halftime, 27-13. Baltimore getting the ball to start the half. They have just been doing basically everything they've wanted to do, with the exception of the one interception thrown from that man, Lamar Jackson. Taking a look at the total yards, 340 to 145 in favor of Baltimore. They start out with a rush to Farley, who appears to be back out on the field. His 8th rush, only his 19th yard. So that one not able to find pay dirt. Lamar Jackson back in the shotgun. This time he's going to look for the pass. Gets it to Mark Andrews. Tries to get a couple of extra yards, but brings this one to a 3rd and inches. Mark Andrews, 6 catches, 64 yards. Can the Commanders get their first 3 and out of the game here on this play? Lamar Jackson looking to pass. This one almost intercepted by Emmanuel Forbes. That would have been absolutely huge. It is now 4th and inches. What do the Baltimore Ravens elect to do? They are going to be punting the ball, so this Commanders team gets a 3 and out to start. It's officially up all the way down to the 20-yard line. Can they get this one at least to the 25? And they do. It's going to be the 26. So Lance Klein, been good with this guy. Luke Hunt, 5 targets, 4 receptions, 68 yards, and the 1 touchdown. The last drive that he was out there for was able to get the touchdown off of that interception, but he's going to have to work and go a lot more down the field. That one thrown into dangerous traffic, but still able to get caught by Jahan Dotson for the little bit of extra there. Now Lance Klein, he has his superstar X Factor ability activated. Looking for the pass, ends up getting it to his teammate. Might have been dropped on that play, I'm not entirely sure. Okonkwo with his 2nd reception for no yards. Santiago with the tackle on that play. Lance Klein again in the shotgun, looking to throw this one deep. Try to get that one to Luke Hunt, I believe the reception person was on that particular play. Not able to get it past Marlon Humphrey. 3rd and 10. Luke Hunt looks deep. Tries to get it, and that one almost intercepted by Kyle Hamilton. And Commanders on their first attempt of the half do not get it. And they're going to go a quick 3 and out. I think it was a 3 and out. No, I think we actually did get one first down on that one, if memory serves me correctly. But this punt going all the way back into the end zone. And so Baltimore are going to be heading right back out to try and add to their lead. 3-and-out last time. Can this Commanders defense do it yet again? Lamar Jackson looking for the throw. Finds Mark Andrews, but he takes a shot immediately. But still gets 5 yards. Wilson adds a couple of extra push-ups after the play. Show that he's all good. Lamar Jackson making some changes, shifting Mark Andrews over to the opposite side. Farley, now he's going to take the handoff, but can he break through? He does indeed, but he takes a big shot at the end of that play. His best rush of the game so far. Malik Hooker got the interception earlier in the second quarter. So ultimately, pardon me, I was thinking that was later in the second quarter, but he ends up making the tackle there. But Farley, can he get much on the play? Only able to get the one, so the internal D-line able to get a couple of stops so far here. Lamar Jackson, 2nd and 9 with Farley to his right. He loads up, looking for a pass, and that one right down the middle, and it is intercepted by the Commanders yet again. That is exactly what's going to have to happen, and that is Tyree Wilson with the interception. Instead of playing his more traditional edge rushing role, he's going to drop back in coverage and I guess confuse Lamar Jackson. That is the second time Zay Flowers has been targeted and an interception is thrown. So a big opportunity here for the Commanders. If they can score this one, they can be within 7 at the 37-yard line. Klein under center. He's going to hand this one off to Robinson, and Robinson met in the backfield by Roquan Smith. He says, no, thank you. I'm not allowing you to break through. And that is a tackle for loss. Roquan Smith, just such an electric player, former Chicago Bear, now Baltimore Raven, carving out an amazing career. But Ryan Robinson gets the toss, but not able to gain much on that play. Patrick Queen just coming in like a missile on that play. 2 back-to-back rushes, 3rd and 10. Klein shifts. He drops back, looking for a throw, and that one wide open to Terry McLaurin to keep this drive going. Exactly what this team needed. Now 1st and 10, a beautiful, beautiful play. Gets that one past the linebackers into no-man territory, zone coverage for the Ravens. Terry McLaurin, his superstar X-Factor ability is also activated here. Klein, he's going to fake the handoff to Robinson, and that one just whacked out of the air by Marlon Humphreys. I initially thought it potentially was going for Jahan Dotson. That one a little bit of an awkward camera angle. Luke Hunt switching up some plays. He drops back, looking for the pass. Ends up getting it to Okwako. 4-8. So 3rd and 2. Big, big plays. This going to be a very important play. Jahan Dotson to the right. Terry McLaurin to the left. Terry McLaurin looks for it, and that one's going to be in the end zone. Okwako getting it. The start of the game, it was all Baltimore Ravens. But since the 2 interceptions, that has been what this Commanders team has needed. And not an easy pass. That way, Okwako has to go up and eventually just comes down with it. And pending this PAT, we could be having a 7-point game. 6 plays, 38 yards. Absolutely huge. Right into the end zone. Initially looked like they were going to take it out, but takes that one down. Lamar Jackson, 2 interceptions on the game. Other than those, has played spectacularly. Still has a superstar X-Factor ability, and he is met into the backfield. Eventually, this defensive line makes a stand, and Deron Payne Going to be a big decision with him during the offseason, but it is now 2nd and 14 for this Ravens defense. That handoff faked, and Lamar Jackson, he's going to go all the way down, and he's able to get that first down after what would look like it was a designed run on the first play, another designed run on the second one. Lamar Jackson gets that first down. One of the toughest things to stop with that young man is his legs. But he's in the shotgun. Farley to his right. Lamar Jackson has it. Looking for the pass. He's going to elect to run. Has some space. He has a lot of speed. And he's going to try to make the move. And Lamar Jackson injured on the play. Also appears to get up, but does not appear to be a massive injury. But this is something that we're going to have to watch for coming into the game. Apologies, I'm not exactly sure who it is, but he's going to hand this one off to Farley, and Farley is met into the backfield. Deron Payne breaking through and absolutely stopping that one. Baltimore still without Lamar Jackson in what has turned out to be an insanely close game. Joseph is his name. He's going to look for the throw. He's ultimately going to get it for that 4-yard gain. 3rd and 7. Joseph still out there. Leslie Moody able to get the stop on that play. Trying to move this one around. This one wide open to Mark Andrews. He comes down with it. Joseph saying, you know what, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I have excellent players here. I'm going to try to torch this defense up, and makes an absolutely beautiful throw. Joseph still out there in Washington red zone. Goes back, moves up into the pocket, throws that one. Mark Andrews yet again, but that one broken up by Isaiah Simmons. The do-it-all man for this Commanders defense goes, gets sacks, gets tackles on against the rush and in coverage. Joseph looking again, this time it's Zay Flowers, but he's going to be stuffed quickly. 3rd and 4, easily, very easily going to be in Justin Tucker's range at the 13-yard line if they cannot convert this first down. But Joseph, he goes back, he's moving through, he's going to throw this one. It's going to be for the first down. Joseph with some electric quarterback play right now, continuing on, giving this Baltimore Ravens team hope that since Lamar Jackson isn't in there, maybe a little bit more of the pure passer, but this one's going to be handed off to Farley. Farley pushed and sent all the way to the 1-yard line. That is going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter, where the Washington Commanders have started to soar back in this game off of the 2 interceptions from Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson hurt late in the 3rd on this drive. Joseph, he's going to hand this one off to Farley, and Farley, he's going to make his way back into the end zone, and we have this game likely going to be back at 14 points. Commanders going to need at least to make one more stop and score on their next 2 possessions while we're in the 4th. Big time stuff going to be happening here in this game. Going for the PAT. Justin Tucker, the money man. Up. It is good. 14-point difference. The only time that the Commanders have been able to score touchdowns, at least in this game, is off of Lamar Jackson interceptions. Gonna need some big plays here, and this one gonna be a good kick return, bringing it all the way up to the 32-yard line. Lance Klein. Just shy of 10 minutes remaining. One of the biggest drives of his career right here. Hands it off to Brian Robinson. Breaks free. Can he continue to go? Gets that one all the way up to the 41-yard line. 2nd and 1. Thought he might have been able to potentially get a little bit more, but a good start to this drive. Lance Klein motions Brian Robinson out. He's all alone in the backfield. Pass coming. Gets the ball. Throws it, gets it to Okonkwo. They get the first down. Klein this time under center. Makes a couple of changes here at the line. Brian Robinson. There's going to be a free play. Roquan Smith coming in. And what I thought was going to be a free play turns out to not be, as the offense does not get the penalty, as we can potentially see here. Just going to be the sack, but I thought there was potential offside from the defense that's going to slow this team down, bring them back. Basically, almost 2nd and 20, but 2nd and 19 here. Going to be a couple of big plays. That one thrown. Terry McLaurin with a bunch of yards, able to get this one back, but still 3rd and 7. 3 sacks given up here on the game from this offensive line, who has been just such a big work in progress throughout her time as a manager. Lance Klein throws this one, and that one's batted out of the air. If I am the Commanders, I do not punt this. I try to go for it. But they are going to elect to punt. Probably the smart decision here. Oh, and a little bit of contact with the kicker there. Not going to get anything. So the Baltimore Ravens, appears that Lamar Jackson is A-OK, making his way out onto the field. But if this Commanders team is going to hope to win this game, they are really hoping that that man right there ultimately throws another interception. But if you're the Ravens, you're going to try to rush the ball to end this game. And Farley, with the first play there, is met right at the line for no game by Mayo and Whitington. Lamar Jackson in the shotgun. Farley to his right. Now being motioned over. Lamar Jackson alone in the backfield. Doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to be a run. He gets the ball, looking to pass, tries to get it, and finds Mark Andrews. That one's going to be a 6-yard gain. 0 sacks on the game for this Commanders D-line. It is a team that has been so good at getting after the quarterback. Lamar Jackson, he has it. He's going to look for this one. He finds Zay Flowers for the first down. Chipping away more and more time. Ravens do not need to score. They just need to control the clock here to try to finish this game off. Lamar Jackson has it. 2 guys back with him. Hands it off to Farley, but Farley met by an absolute convoy of Commanders defenders. Does not get further, actually loses yards on the play. Big stuff there. Farley to his right. Lamar Jackson making a couple shifts here at the line. Gets the ball, looking to pass. And some pressure coming, but Farley not able to come down with the catch. Knocked out of his hands by Ely. That one back right down and almost picked off. My goodness, some excellent defense from this Commanders team. 5:25. They need to get a quick score and another quick defensive stop to potentially try to take this game into overtime. This ball being placed at the 25-yard line. Lance Klein, this young man all season long has been so talented. The pressure, without a doubt, massive. Robinson to his right. Klein looking to pass, looking to try to get it, and finds Luke Hunt. Pardon me, that's Terry McLaurin. And that is the exact play that you needed, right over Patrick Queen's head. Right back. He has it. Looking forward, trying to make that pass, and he ultimately does. Jahan Dotson making a couple of great extra yards. So some quick hurry-up offense likely going to need to be happening here. Klein right under it. Goes back, hands it off to Robinson this time. Not able to get anything. We do have an injury timeout to Patrick Queen, so just one extra player that this team doesn't have to worry about here at the moment. Klein, 2nd and 10. He goes back, looking to pass, gonna have to find an open target, tries to get one and ultimately puts it into the breadbasket for Oquanko. Continuing to move the ball, both teams having some decent games here with their tight ends. But Klein, very quick drive so far, fakes the handoff to Robinson, looks for the pass, eventually finds, not sure who that was in the backfield, I believe that was our backup tight end. 2nd and 2, hurry up offense, that was Cox who ended up catching that one. He looks for it and gets it into the end zone for Oquanko's 2nd of the game. Big drive there from Lance Klein, needed. But the big question here is, do you go for 2? Or do you kick it? If I'm me, I kick it, make this a 7-point game. They are indeed going to kick it. Still moving this one around. And big time here. This ball is back. Going to go into the end zone. They do indeed take it out. And Lamar Jackson not able to escape there. Lamar Jackson looking back, trying to throw that one, and met immediately a 3rd and 10 coming up. Now this one's being moved around. Lamar Jackson again in shotgun, trying to finish this game off after the Commanders have come back pretty much from the second half. This one wide open to Mark Andrews. Or pardon me, that's Smart who was able to catch that one. And just an amazing catch for him right there. Beautiful job. Lamar Jackson coming so close to getting that one by. And Lamar Jackson back with it. Trying to kill off as much time as possible. Lamar Jackson stumbling over. This one's going to be brought back. 2nd and 14. This one's likely going to be brought down to the 2-minute warning. And it is indeed just an absolute phenomenal Super Bowl. This time, Lamar Jackson under center, trying to rush this game out. Farley trying to get that first down. 3rd and 12, Commanders with their first timeout. Lamar Jackson hands it off to Farley again. Farley trying to get through, does not get it. 4th and 9. Commanders ultimately force Baltimore to punt. This is exactly where they want to be. But can they get some extra yardage here? Find a little bit of extra space? It's not going to be easy for them, as they are going to go all the way back to their 19-yard line. Terry McLaurin with the good day. It's going to be absolutely massive on this particular drive. Klein goes back, finds Oquanko, only going to be for the 1-yard game, the short pass. Patrick Queen back out there. Oquanko, his 8th catch for his 52nd yard. This one back. Klein looking for ball to go deep, tries to find his target and does. Hammy Cosme, he's going to be injured in this one. Just not loving to see that one. Big time loss. That's going to ultimately take away that timeout. Klein He's going to look for it. He ends up finding Terry McLaurin. Big play there. Going to have to get this hurry-up offense. Still a ton of yardage still to go. Klein, he's going to look deep a little bit more this time. Ends up fine. I believe that was Jahan Dotson. It indeed was. Some more time. Only the 50 seconds remaining. Now into Ravens territory. Klein looks back. He's going to throw it. He has instant pressure, but he gets Terry McLaurin. That's Luke Hunt. Are we going to see some extra after the pass interference? Defense. BJ Davis. So that is going to help out the Commanders, who are now at the 30. Klein, he's changing it up here at the line. Pressure situation. He has been money so far here. He's going to drop back. He needs to find an open target, and that one's intercepted. And that is ultimately going to seal this game. The Baltimore Ravens going to walk away with the Super Bowl victory after the last second interception. Lamar Jackson going to get his first ever Super Bowl victory. Such a good game. Just ultimately not able to get it done. Taking a knee, ultimately going to do it, and the Baltimore Ravens are your Super Bowl champions. So unfortunately, we were not able to get it done. The first couple of interceptions earlier in the game just ultimately costing us. Lance Klein, 25 for 40, 327 passing yards, 62% completion. Emmett Joseph coming in for the injured Lamar Jackson in the third. Lamar Jackson 2 for 2. 302, 21 for 29, just super efficient in the game. Our running game never really had an opportunity to really develop and get set up. Our receiving game, Terry McLaurin was money, Luke Hunt, money, Quanko, money, Jahan Dotson also making a couple of great plays. Cosme and Williams allowing a couple of the sacks. We knew we had 3 in there. We know we unfortunately had no sacks in the game, which against Lamar Jackson, that is always a tough feat. But Malik Hooker, Tyree Wilson, both getting interceptions here in today's game. So, taking a look at it, Lamar Jackson gets the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen with the actual MVP. Sean Easton, our coach, gets the Coach of the Year award. Jalen Hurts gets the Offensive Player of the Year. Fred Warner with the Defensive Player of the Year. Lamar Shelton, the wide receiver for the Cardinals, gets the Offensive Rookie of the Year. And the Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Will Rice, defensive end Unfortunately, just not able to get it done here today. So just taking a look at everything, Lamar Jackson in his second Super Bowl couldn't get the win. Chiefs the next year, Cowboys the year after that. The Bucks beat the Bengals. And unfortunately, we just came a little bit short. So guys, that is ultimately going to do it for us in this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this very tight game just as much as I did. Till the next one, peace.